Hey guys, welcome back to After Credit Movie Chats. I am Dean Thomas once again, and we are 5 days away from the wide release of Batman v Superman. I could not be more excited for this movie, and I actually get to see it Monday the 21st because I went to that special fan screening. So I'm only just a couple days away. So make sure you're checking back here for when I get my review up and let you guys know exactly what I thought. Spoiler free, of course. Hopefully we'll get a spoiler discussion video up with a couple friends once the movie's released wide. But because I was so close to the movie and this movie's got I believe there are a lot of mysteries left. I thought I'd do maybe a little prediction video here for you guys of some things that I think are going to happen in the movie or that may be potential story points in the movie. So with that being said, there's possible spoilers ahead. Obviously, these could be completely false. I could be completely wrong. But in case they are, in fact, true, we do want to give you guys a little bit of spoiler warning. And with that being said, I also will say, with a couple of the articles that have come out recently and things, we've been given some sort of certain spoilery sort of stuff. So I'm going to stay away from that are very specific plot points that obviously wouldn't be much of predictions since they've told us, but I'll stay away from those. But with that being said, let's jump right into this. And we've kind of seen this take that it appears Lex Luthor is very much manipulating these two heroes into fighting each other. They don't like each other to begin with, but I think Lex is what makes the final push to get them to actually fight. And what I believe is we always see in these TV spots and these trailers that Lex is up on some sort of like helicopter pad, some sort of roof, and Lois Lane is there. And what I think has happened is Lex Luthor has kidnapped Lois Lane, taken her prisoner, and that is why he has control over Superman. We see him bowing down to Lex in that one trailer. Superman looks up and does not look happy, and I think one of the reasons Superman kind of obeys or is going along with what Lex has to say is because he is Lois' prisoner and he's threatening to hurt her, kill her, whatever, in order for Superman to listen to him. So I think that's one of the reasons why Superman is fighting Batman, and one of the reasons the feud it comes to blows is because Lex has got Lois prisoner, and he's using that to manipulate Superman. Now to jump on the other side, we know Batman's going to have kryptonite. We've heard rumors of it's in his armor. There was something that came out in the EW article that actually kind of gives away how Batman uses the kryptonite, so I'm not going to go into specifics. But I don't think Bruce Wayne specifically creates the kryptonite. I actually think he steals it from Lex Luthor and LexCorp. We've gotten some subtle hints here and there that Lex has got a collection of Kryptonian stuff, some like space rocks or whatever they call them. They like a meteorite collection. So I think Lex has got the kryptonite. And then we recently got that TV spot or clip of Bruce Wayne talking to Wonder Woman, but as Diana Prince at that party.
The other night you took something that doesn't belong to you. Stealing's not polite.
Is it stealing if you steal from another thief?
Who are you?
Someone interested in the same man you are.
Is that right?
The data you copied is military-grade encryption.
And you get the idea that these two are both going after Lex Luthor. They're trying to get information from him. So I think in the end, Batman actually steals the kryptonite from LexCorp and Lex Luthor to use against Superman because he learns through some data either that Wonder Woman stole or that he stole, that Lex has this and the effects that it has on Superman. So Batman decides to steal it to use it in his fight against Superman. Now this last one is just a little bit of a wild guess. We know Aquaman's going to be in this movie. We know a couple heroes are, but Aquaman seems like he'll have the biggest presence because they announced Jason Momoa's Aquaman the farthest back, and then we also got this picture of actual Aquaman in the full suit and the full gear. So I think there's going to be something significant with Aquaman in this movie, and I had heard from somebody who had heard from somebody that worked on the film, so not the most reliable of sources, but that Aquaman was the big reveal, had some sort of part to play. So I'm thinking Aquaman's going to show up in the fight against Doomsday, because we know that's going to happen from that second, third trailer, however you want to number it. So I think Aquaman's going to show up in the final fight against Doomsday and play some sort of role in defeating him, or not quite sure, but I think Aquaman's going to show up around that time frame. I think Aquaman will be the big, as I said, reveal that I was told. Not sure how credible that is. Then lastly, the one big prediction that everybody has or guessing on is, or asking, the whole hashtag who will win. who will win in a fight between Batman and Superman. For the longest time, I kind of thought there would be a draw where Superman would have a good part of the fight where he's winning, then Batman wouldn't, and some sort of draw, and then they'd have to come to some sort of understanding of each other in that. But the more I've gone forward, the more I've seen of it, I'm going to say I think Batman actually wins this fight, has more of a clear-cut winner. I think from what we've heard, and Superman's kind of can be taken advantage of because Batman's willing to play dirty. We got this image of Batman's foot on Superman's throat with Batman's armored helmet all busted up. But I think they're actually going to give us a clear winner of Batman beats Superman. He plays dirty, he does everything it takes, and he takes the Man of Steel down. And I think that's actually a really smart choice because, one, it makes Batman a credible threat in the Justice League. You can say, okay, this guy can take on just about anybody. He just beats Superman. And I think it's going to be an awesome way to show how his detective skills are one of the reasons he can do so. So I think Batman actually wins this fight. And I actually think it'll help moving forward between this character development of Batman being able to do this, but accepting that, okay, I can beat Superman, but maybe he isn't such a bad guy after all. And maybe Batman's got some guilt and regret about the way he went about it and actually decides to help Superman out because of it. Like I said, just speculating here. And I really, really do hope, because I've been hoping this ever since they announced this movie, that either we get a word-for-word rendition or some sort of play on the Dark Knight Returns quote of, I want you to remember the one man who beat you. I want you to remember my hand at your throat, whatever, the one man who beat you. And I would love to see that line in this movie. Now, like I said, with that picture of Batman's foot at his throat, well, is it going to be, I want you to remember my foot at your throat? Seems like it'd be a little weird. But I do hope we get that some sort of rendition of that line. And I think Snyder would love to play into that. He seems to be having more fun with using Batman as compared to actually Superman. The way we've seen this movie developing, the way Batman's getting the attention put on him. So I could really see us getting some sort of line that mimics the Dark Knight Returns. But there you guys have it. Those are my 4 big predictions: that Lex takes Lois prisoner in order to encourage Superman to fight Batman. I think Batman's going to steal kryptonite from Lex Luthor and LexCorp. I think Aquaman will show up in the fight against Doomsday at the very end. And I think Batman will be the clear-cut winner at the end of the big fight between the two heroes. If there's anything I missed here, guys, you've predictions you've been having in your head or things you think are going to happen, always jump in the comments below and let me know. You can always tweet me on @ACMovieChats on Twitter. Make sure you're following me there for all the latest links to my website for, movie news, trailers, reviews. Like I said, my Batman v Superman review will be up probably Monday night, Tuesday morning, because the showing's at 10 o'clock, so it'll be late. So make sure you look out for that. Thank you guys so much for listening, and we will see you back here next time.